Hello, my students. We're gonna answer paper 2, chemistry 2022 March. Please subscribe my channel to be updated with all new questions and tricky points. Let's sort. Number 1. Which gas has fastest rate diffusion? Fastest rate means lighter MR, lighter mass. So it will be H2. So answer is A. In which state does 1dm3 of methane contain the most particles? So, in gas, particle in further apart, and in high temperature, more farthest. In liquid, particles just close together, but in solid, particles are tightly packed. So, in 1dm3 in solid, you will find most particles. So, answer is D. Which statement, number 3, which statement explain why isotope of same element have the same chemical properties? Because they have the same electronic structure. Chemical properties related to the same number of electrons in outer shell. So the same, number 4, is the electronic structure of atoms P and Q are shown. P and Q forms an ionic compound. Okay, first, P electronic configuration 2, which is inner shell and outer shell sex, so 2 sex. Then Q is 281. So Q is metal and P is non-metal. So electron transfer from Q to P. So we use 2Q to transfer 2 electrons to be atom P to be full outer shell. So use 2Q and 1P. You can get it by how to write formula. P is a -2 because it is group in group 6. Q is in group 1, so each one takes oxidation state of other, so it will be PQ2. Number 5. Fermentation of sugar produces mixture of ethanol solution and solid yeast. How is the solid yeast removed from the mixture? By filtration. To remove solid substance from solution, use filtration. Which row explain which copper is a good conductor of electricity? Copper has a metallic bond, so positive cation, okay, surrounded by delocalized electron. Positive cation are fixed position, but electrons are delocalized, means moving. So copper ions move freely, no, but electron move freely, yes. So answer it will be B. Which pair of statements about diamond and graphite is correct? Diamond, answer will be number A. Diamond and graphite are both pure carbon, yeah. They are both macromolecule. So please, in paper 2, read all choices. Read all the choices, okay, to select more correct one, okay, to select more correct one. So other choices wrong. Sodium nitride contains the nitride ion, which is N-3. Sodium nitride is unstable and decomposes into its element. Take care. Sodium nitride formula is Na3N. Sodium is a group 1, so oxidation state positive 1. N is in group 3, so positive negative 3 as oxidation state. Each one takes oxidation state of other, so it will be sodium Na3 nitride. So decompose to form its element. Nitrogen is a diatomic, sodium is a monoatomic. So sodium nitride decompose to form sodium and nitrogen, and equation must be balanced. So now we have 6 sodium in left side and 6 sodium in right side. 2 nitrogen in left side and 2 nitrogen in right side. Compound X contains, question number 9, compound X contains carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen only. By mass, it contains 26.7% carbon, 2.2% of hydrogen. What is the empirical formula of X? First, get percentage of oxygen, which is 100 minus 26.7 minus 2.2. So oxygen value 71.2. Then divide by AR for each element, then get molar ratio. Molar ratio must be whole number. So divide by smallest number to get whole number. So it's 1, 1, 2. So CH2, CHO2, C1C, 1H, and 2O. Answer is D. Cesium fluoride is an ionic compound. Which statement about cesium fluoride are correct? Cesium fluoride, ionic compound, so it conducts electricity when solid. No free moving ions, only in aqueous and in molten. So 1 wrong. It has high melting point. Yes, because it is a giant ionic structure. It is soluble in water. Yeah, all ionic compounds soluble in water, mainly group 1 and group 2. It is highly volatile. Volatile means easily vaporized, but ionic compound has a high boiling point, so low volatility. So answer will be 2 and 3. Sorry, 2 and 3. Which diagram shows the direction of movement of ions and electrons during electrolysis of molten sodium chloride? In molten sodium chloride, we have sodium ions and chloride ions, but we don't have water. Take care, you don't have H or OH. Electron in external circuit move from anode to cathode, and positive ion move toward negative electrode, which is cathode, and negative ions move toward anode, which is a positive electrode. So answer is A. Calcium carbonate reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid to produce carbon dioxide. The equation for the reaction is shown. The relative formula mass of calcium carbonate is 100. So 10 grams of calcium carbonate is reacted with an excess of dilute hydrochloric acid. Which mass of carbon dioxide produced? First of all, in mole question, write molar ratio first in equation. So 1 calcium carbonate to 2 HCl to 1 calcium chloride to 1 water and 1 carbon dioxide. Which mass of carbon dioxide? We don't have any information about carbon dioxide, but you can obtain moles of HCl, moles of calcium carbonate, because already we have mass and MR of calcium carbonate. So get number of moles first is a mass over MR, which is a 10 over 100. 10 over 100, it will be 0.1 mole. By molar ratio between HCl and CO2, you can get number of moles of carbon dioxide. So 0.1 ratio is 2 to ratio is 2 to 1. Ratio between HCl to CO2 is a 2 to 1, and calcium carbonate is a 1 to 1. So same number of moles, 1 to 1. So 0.1. Then 0.1 to get mass, moles times MR. Use triangle for solid. Mole, mass, MR. Okay, to get mass of carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide MR is a 44. So 0.1 times 44, it will be 4.4 grams. Question number 13. Molten sodium chloride is a concentrated aqueous sodium chloride. Molten and concentrated aqueous sodium chloride. Molten sodium chloride only contains sodium and chloride ions, but concentrated aqueous sodium chloride contains hydrogen ion, OH from water. Water dissociates to H ion and OH ion, and NaCl from sodium chloride. So what are products at negative electrode cathode in each electrolysis? So in molten sodium, in molten sodium chloride, sodium formed at cathode. Sodium ions, positive ions, move toward negative electrode, which is cathode, so to form sodium atom. Concentrated aqueous sodium chloride, hydrogen ions move toward cathode and reduced to be hydrogen. Number 14, an object is electroplated with silver using aqueous silver salt as the electrolyte. Which row is correct? Which row is correct? So the object to be electroplate must be attached to be cathode. Okay, so in cathode, electroplate, and other electrode is made from silver in anode. In anode. Question number 15. Which row describes the change that occur in endothermic reaction? Endothermic reaction absorb energy from surrounding and temperature decreases. So answer will be C. Taking in energy and decrease in temperature. Which statement about fuel is correct? So hydrogen is used as fuel. Also, it is difficult to store, but A is wrong. Heat energy is only produced by burning fuels. Wrong. Methane is good fuel. Produce only water? No, carbon dioxide and water. Uranium is burned. Uranium does not burn. When a statement, which statement about endothermic and exothermic is correct? First of all, what is endothermic and exothermic reaction? Exothermic reaction release to surrounding, and draw like that in diagram, like this. So reactant has energy more than product in diagram level, and activation energy from reactant pointed to the home, and arrow pointed to up from reactant to the home, and delta H from reactant to product, which is negative value. In exothermic reaction, energy needs to bond break less than energy needs to bond form. So delta H will be negative from equation bond broken minus bond forming. But in endothermic reaction, energy against the progress, reactants with lower energy than product in diagram level, activation energy start from reactant to the home, and delta H start pointed to the up, delta H point to the up, not point to the down, because energy absorbed, delta H from reactant to product, and delta H value will be positive. So energy needs to break more than energy to bond forming. So back again to question, answer will be D. In an exothermic reaction, the reactants are higher on energy level diagram than product. Yeah. Number 18. The reaction used to manufacture of ammonia from nitrogen, hydrogen is reversible. Reversible sign like that, don't forget. Like that. So an equilibrium is established between ammonia and nitrogen, hydrogen, which statement describes the equilibrium. Equilibrium, path forward and backward reaction have the same rate. Number 19. How does increasing the concentration affect the reacting particles in chemical reaction? So when increased concentration, more particle exist in given volume. More particle exist in given volume. So that means more collision rate between particles, but activation energy of particle is still the same. So answer it will be A. Number 20. Methyl orange is added. Methyl orange is indicator. Okay, just can it check medium pH, acid, base, or neutral. Hydrochloric acid is acid, and sodium hydroxide is base. So the color of methyl orange will be red in acid and yellow in base.